Hello everybody, welcome back to the Uncle No Identities YouTube channel. It's been a fairly long while since I've last uploaded anything. So in today's video, I'm going to show you an update on what's been going on. I want to do an unboxing video too, but first we'll do an update on this. This is my M4A3 Sherman tank from Tamiya. It's been base painted with craft paint black. You can indeed paint plastic models with craft paint. So I based that in black. Then took the primer of all things. I used primer second as a white highlight coat, and you can kind of see right here where the highlights are started. This is what I got. You'll notice the tools are not on the vehicle. I wanted to paint those separate off the tank. Well, that one's on there. But this is not even on there. That goes right there. And I didn't glue this on because I wanted to paint that. Not that you're going to see it, but... So now I have to struggle with the reality of I have to paint this separately. Well, good news is actually I've painted the back, so just need to paint the bottom, the sides here, and inside the tray. Excuse me. All right. So there's that. That'll sit right there. The whole thing comes apart fairly easy. I'm going to include the driver and the commander figures. By the way, here's the missing fender that broke off. It was already like that when I bought the kit, and it somehow broke off again, so I'll try to re-weld that back on, or I might leave that off. I don't know. It's kind of hard to put them on though when you have these rubber band tracks, which as we can see are climbing up on the vehicle. Realistically, by the weight, they should sit more flat on there. Kind of like that. They should be flatter. The tracks are still easy to come apart. I like to, in this situation, just boop, push them back together again like that, and just press down real hard on it, and see how it all just kind of rises. So I'll have to put a little bit of glue right there, and maybe some glue right on the back. See that? I have to use some glues here and weld this all down. But before that I have to weather the thing. Have to paint my tires black. The track links were painted in a mixture of NATO, just black and NATO brown, I believe. Just to give it this dark blackish brown color. Hard to see it on the camera, but it's been painted a dark color. That'll act as a good base, I think, for when we add the real weathering. And right here, this is natural plastic or rubber track in the traditional gray color. I mix my paints in small batches, so I'll never really have enough paint to cover the whole thing. But when it comes to weathering, that'll be covered up. And this sits on the top, so if I put the body on there, like so, you would never know that there is bare plastic track right here. You'd never know unless I tell you. Rubber band, not plastic. Now the inner parts right here, these you can see are still unpainted, and I have to paint those. The little machine guns are detail painted black to accent them from the green body. Lights have not been painted yet. Track links and the crank are painted. And that's my update on the Sherman. And now I want to talk about another Sherman styled kit. So I went to the, I think I did an unboxing, but I'm just going to do this video anyway, because I don't think I did this. M36 Jackson tank destroyer from Airfix in 1/35th scale. We get the basic square track links. No chevrons, no winter track extenders, just the traditional rubber pads. This bag contains the turret upper piece, and the lower piece with some front and rear hull pieces. Not exactly sure what this round thing is. Excuse me. We have more vehicular plates. The little rivety pieces, I think. And if I'm not mistaken, this is the M10 Wolverine turret ring. Some flat-faced wheels, track links, track pad, this features interior parts, or your radiator vents. These are the winter cleats. They're not the same as the extenders. These are the cleats that go in between the tracks, right in the very middle. Gun pieces, mantlet, and the foldable opening and closing roof, ring, and two guns. Also, not only are there two guns, on this gun you get the option of two muzzle brakes, so that's pretty cool. What is going on here? These are two front pieces? It's not a front and a back, those are two front pieces. One with the tow hooks pre-installed, the other one you need to add those. pioneering tools. The big Ma Deuce, the small 30 cal, a couple of sacks, towing eyelets here. This piece holds your 30 cal. These are your fuel fillers. Right here, fuel. This is a bag within a bag. Seats and other interior pieces. The bow mounted 30. Looks like a Thompson. Wheelie bits suspension. A piece of string for your tow ropes. Your transmission casing. The classic suspension pieces there. And this kit looks like it gives you the option of 2 sets of wheels. Open stars or these closed face ones. You can use these or the open face 5 spokes. The reason why these came out is because people kept jamming things in the open wheels, so by closing them off you couldn't jam anything in there which would catch it on the suspension pieces and break the tank. Your lower hull and the upper hull. If I'm not mistaken, the M36 Jackson is a very close relative to the Wolverine, and that they use the same hull, if I'm not mistaken. It's really only a different turret, and a few other modifications too, I think. Of course, the Jackson did mount a 90mm gun. The M10 only had a M3, or 3-inch? Yeah, called it 3-inch. Decals and photo etch parts. I think I'll be doing mine in the American version. And finally, here's the instruction sheet. We have 2 marking schemes. The 2nd Cavalry Regiment, U.S. 3rd Army, Germany, winter through spring in 1945, or the French Régiment Blindé Colonial de Extrême Orient. You French people watching this video are going to hate me, and I apologize right now. Or the Far East Colonial Armored Regiment. French Army, Indochina, 1953. Oh. Ah. You know, I didn't really study this. I just kind of thought World War II French. Nope. This is the reason for the Vietnam War to an extent. Because the French were in there. And if I'm not mistaken, they were kindly asked to leave, and the French didn't want to do that. Well, anyway, I'm doing the American version. Now, on this artwork here, we have an open turret. But on the model I would like to do, I think I'll go with a closed turret. So, you have an option on step 30. Just mount this thing whatever that is, or you can use this. These pieces to support for that, either mounting a 50 cal or a 30 cal. Now hold on, this is what's confusing me, and let me know in the comments down below. So originally, I had a funny idea to go hardcore American on this tank destroyer. It's got the big gun 90mm, and I want both 50 cals, or both the 50 and the 30 cal used. Here we have the 50 cal. Now this is the open top model, so this, So is it mounted? So it's mounted there, which means that's actually mounted to the... Is it mounted to this? Because then this doesn't have that. That's closed off. But now see, this is the open top model, and it says mount either of these on the pintle there. So how do you get the gun up here? So I'm confused. Some inside turret work. Gun construction. You can use the German long barrel 75mm tank barrel muzzle brake looking thing, or just a smooth barrel, or the King Tiger looking muzzle brake. Some more things going on there. Melt the tracks down. The gun carrier, travel lock, big wrench, some pioneering tools, photo etch pieces. Looks like there's a lot of work to be done here. I'm not going to go through the entirety of the instruction sheet. You know how Shermans are put together. Oh, hang on. This is interesting. You get to put together the transmission case. That's really cool. Stick drive. That's super neat. Looks like we're putting a Thompson and putting the interior stuff in there. Yada yada. Ammunition racks. Ooh, look at these. Here, put ammunition in there. Canteens. Thompson, radio, and what do you got? You got your gauges, your radio box, and there's the crew compartment. All that good stuff. Very detailed kit. I can't wait to get started. But yeah, it's confusing because there's the 50 cal mounted on the front of the vehicle. That's the open top, so I don't know. I'll put the turret together and I'll show you what that looks like, and I'll see if I've made any progress on figuring this out. So I'm going to quickly pack everything away. So it definitely looks like a very complicated kit, or at least, well, it's probably not that complicated. I'm just making it seem that way. There's a lot of optional things on there, which is good. If you want to get creative, looks like a cool kit for you. 90mm gun is really impressive. One more thing I wanted to talk about. If I can read. There it is. Okay, so there's that, and there's this. Yes. So when I painted the Sherman, I painted it in Gelb Olive from Revell's Aqua Colors. And on the Jackson, I want to try out XF62 Olive Drab. Not really mixed up yet, so I'll have to mix that around. Andy's Hobby Headquarters did a video how to make these things airbrush ready. He filled his thing up with water or thinner all the way up till a slight gap, a little air gap. And if you can see, so right from here down, right where this comes up, I would like to add some, I think I'll add some water right up to about here, this little line, and see if that'll be like the perfect thinning ratio for hand painting. Because when he filled his up to almost all the way, he said that thins him out perfectly for airbrush. So, I know, brand new bottle of paint. I'm gonna experiment. I'm gonna paint the Jackson in this color, and I'll continue painting the Sherman in this color. And also I can just see what they both look like. I'm Uncle No Identity. Hope you enjoyed this little video. Like I said, it's been a while since I've made videos, but I've been busy with things, so that's why I haven't posted anything yet. Well, here's a video. Until next time, I'll see you later, guys. Cheers.